Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Badge Crypto, bringing you another Bitcoin and market update. But listen, if you're not already on the Twitter, get over there at Blue Badge Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most time-sensitive alerts on trends, trading, and analysis in the market. So I've been a Bitcoin guy, starting out here on the 2-hour chart, and I gave a couple updates on Twitter yesterday where we really haven't done too much here, guys, as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Over the past 5 days, essentially what we're looking at here on these lower time frames is, this area right here. And I've been letting y'all know that our key level that we need to watch right now is at 38439 in this yellow line right here. Okay, guys, that's pretty much the key above here. Above this line, I'm a little more optimistic we can try and come up and push these levels below this yellow line. And that's where I'm looking for lower levels down here, guys. But essentially, we've just been in this box of price action over the past 4 or 5 days here, and it's just been pretty much a game of chicken between bulls and bears, right? Where we're who's going to give first to get away from this yellow line, right? The bears push it down and it just gets bought up. It gets pushed down, it gets bought up. We get away from the yellow line to the high side, it gets sold off. You get away from the yellow line, it gets sold off. So it's just a game of chicken, wavy, chop, nothingness. If you're trying to trade this and you're not an expert in what you're doing, you're probably losing money trying to trade this, at least for Bitcoin, guys. So personally, I would say, for most people, it's best just to sit on the sidelines, wait for something to happen here. Don't get caught up in trying to trade this nothingness garbage price action, guys. You always have opportunities, and this isn't the best trading platform right here. But that's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth, guys. But again, we're not seeing too much changes on the lower time frames here, guys. And as far as those divergences, I was letting y'all know we have this kind of continuous bullish divergence here on the RSI, where we're making those higher lows right here, lower lows on price action. Same situation on that market cipher. Sorry, guys, let me pull that up for y'all, where we're making these higher lows, lower lows on price action. And each and every time we've kind of had those low, we kind of had a pop, low, pop, low. We got a little bit of pop here. See if we can break out this kind of this descending pattern that we're creating here on these lower time frames, guys. Kind of this descending wedge, which is typically would be a bullish pattern to break to the upside. But we are fighting these higher time frame resistance levels right here. So we'll see what happens here, guys. But again, not too many changes on the lower time frames. So let's go over our higher time frames, guys. And what I want to remind y'all of here is that our EMAs on the 1 week time frame have crossed over. And some people, say, well, that doesn't matter, or this, can't be 2018, where we've done this before and had a similar situation. So take it for what it's worth. I'm just providing you the information and giving you historical data off of it. So we've now had this 20 EMA cross below our 50 EMA right here, which is typically a bearish sign of future price action generally on these higher time frames, right? This doesn't mean that immediately we're just gonna drop down to the floor. This is on a 1 week time frame, so it happens as it typically takes a little bit of time to play out should that happen, guys. But I want to show you the similarity here and kind of give you an insight into my thinking behind this. Is that we came up back here in 2018, pumped above our 20 and 50 EMA before our imminent crossover, where we kind of retested that level as we crossed into it. And after they crossed right here, okay, we failed each and every time to get back above the 20 EMA and even more so the 50 EMA, okay? This level right here acted as resistance each and every time, where we weren't even able to come up and touch it right here. But this is going to act as resistance each and every time before we had our eventual much larger capitulation event right here, guys. And I'm not saying this will be exactly the same, but into my thinking, where we pumped above the 20 and 50 EMA, just like we've done before, we came back down, we retested that level again right here on the crossover, just like we did in 2018. And now what I am watching for is that we stay below this 20 and especially the 50 EMA as resistance, okay, as price action continues here. So what I'm, kind of trying to illustrate in my mind is that these, keep on coming down in somewhat of a fashion like that. Not saying that's the exact path. And then they would come down, this one would, kind of do something like that, something along those lines. Maybe not exactly there, guys, but, and then price action, would stay below this level, okay? If we have some continued sideways chop right here, and if we were to continue through 2018, then we would have some type of drop, guys. And for reference, in my opinion, my kind of floor price that I am looking for is 23,000 23.5, kind of right in that range between 23 and 24 is where I really think that we could, have that wick down to and come back up and hold this 200 EMA on our weekly view. That's kind of what I would foresee. And that's a similar situation to what we did back here, where we had a drop really through the floor. We're able to kind of stabilize, get back above here, reclaim that 200 and, get going. Again, not saying that exactly will happen, but what I'm looking for is if price keeps getting denied by these 20 and 50 EMAs, guys, that is where I would be even more so confident that we're going to come and have, lower prices. What's going to flip my bias on this is price action getting back above these EMAs. So on a daily view, if we start closing above here, okay, and holding that level of support, that's where I'm going to be confident that we can see those higher levels of prices and have some type of bullish reversal in the market. And for reference, right now, the 20 EMA on the weekly chart sits at approximately 42,338, and the 50 approximately sits at 42,739, guys. So those are approximate prices. You can get those levels on your charts. But that's my thinking, guys. I'm bearish in seeing lower prices, lower 30s, especially retesting these wicks right here, guys, coming down and retesting these levels. And even potentially, again, like I said, my floor price coming down into those mid to low 20s here, should we have that larger capitulation event and keep getting denied as resistance right here, guys. So that's my thinking on the larger time frame here. I wanted to kind of focus on that today since we don't have too much changes going on these lower time frames. Let's take a look at our daily supply and demand zone chart on the 1-day view. So let's see what we have going on here, guys. And I was kind of explaining this in yesterday's update here, where we've fallen below our ascending level of what is now resistance to us, where we came down, found this level of support. We tried to have that, that push off after a wick, try to have that push to, get going again, come back up to that supply zone, failed to do so, and now lost this level as support, back tested resistance, and now we've been in a downtrending pattern ever since then, guys. And it seems like we're kind of just in a slow bleed so far back down to this demand zone where, previously from, this level, we just had a straight shot down essentially. And, a very quick recovery here, right? And, similar situation here where over just a few days, we had almost a straight shot down here, a relatively quick recovery. And that's where we got sent quickly again. And now we're just kind of having a slow bleed down here, which isn't the best look, because what we're essentially showing is that, this was, sold off really quickly and then bought up really quickly. So I think like the confidence is kind of waning here in the market. And that's illustrated obviously on these lower time frames, right? Where no one really knows which direction they want to trade in, right? It's being bought, it's being sold off quick, bought, sold off quick. No one's willing to hang on to positions long. Everyone's, trying to trade the chop, trade lower time frames, get in and out of positions. So no one really knows what kind of direction here. And that's influence on all time frames here, guys. So that's what we're looking at. Not too many changes on the lower time frames, below resistance on our daily view. As far as the daily chart's concerned, I would want to get back above that 39.6 level, break out of this descending pattern, come back and retest this ascending level of resistance. That would be approximately at 40,900 if we came straight up, guys. And on that weekly view, I want to get back above, for a bullish case, get back above the 20 and 50 EMAs. As long as we're below those, I'm bearish, more midterm bearish to come down and see lower prices, guys. So that's what we're looking at. If you found the video helpful, throw a like down, throw a comment, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching today, guys.